Hey everyone, how's it going? Shuffle's back here with another video, and it's going to be another RTA fight of the night. This is actually two different fights. I wanted to record this video mainly because a lot of people are bashing Seaside Iseria or Summer Iseria, and I wanted to kind of show her potential a little bit in RTA. Now that she's been out for a bit, we've been trying to find some comps that work, and she's actually really, really good, and a lot of people are still saying she's terrible, impossible to use. So here's a couple of fights. I'll try and talk through them as we go. I hope you enjoy the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And let's just jump over into the gameplay. So these are clips that are pulled from Twitch, so I can't play the volume on them. I have been using Iseria in a cleave setup. The cleave that was used for a couple of weeks, I'm sure most of you that play RTA have seen it. Mars, thank you for the follow. Um, I'm sure most of you have seen it though, is a lot of people were running Cerise with Flan, RB, and CDOM, and Operator Cigarette. Uh, I never really liked that comp because it was really easy to counter. Basically, you just brought Lilibet and you were good to go. Now, however, well, you brought Lilibet and you banned Flan because there was really not another debuff option, and without the defense break, there was nothing you could do. So you basically they would get stuck with the two strips with the cigarette and the cerise, and then the RB damage. But as long as you went tanky enough to tank the RB damage and you had a cleanse, you basically couldn't lose. It was almost impossible. So now we can bring Iseria in that last spot and still stick with the same team, but we're basically going Iseria in place of the CDOM. So you're losing your one-shot damage, but you're gaining a ton of control, and if they leave your Flan Cerise RB in, then you just get stripped, defense broken, and nuked pretty easily. There's not much that can happen there. And then, alternatively, if they decide to ban the Flan, then you can go strip bomb nuke, or you can go your other strip bomb nuke. There's just so many options in this setup. So I do have two different fights for you here with kind of different outcomes. I thought this was a good one because it looks like we're kind of in bad shape. There are a couple of water units. Rem is really, really good against Iseria, one of the probably the better counters, because you do have to kill her first, and if she doesn't die first, you're in trouble. Also, Surin's really good because obviously she just self cleanses and can't be one shot. And the Tenebria could outspeed me, so I decided to gamble on this one. Leave the Tenebria in and hope to outspeed. So he goes ahead and bans the Flan, like I mentioned earlier. He doesn't want to just get defense broken in RB, so he has to ban the Flan, which normally is the right play. But in this scenario, now with the Iseria, watch what happens. So I decided to go with the strip here. We could have gone with the cigarette strip so we could get more damage on the Iseria, but I decided to do it this way. Oh wait, never mind. I didn't decide to do it this way. I decided. So hold on. Can I pause this before this happens? So I decided to use the stun there because there was no immunity. It's funny because I was like, maybe I should have stunned there, but apparently I did. So the reason I decided to do that, we could have used the AOE. It would have stripped, and it would have procced the bombs right away, which would be great. But instead, waiting, we have another strip in Operator Cigarette. Operator Cigarette strip is guaranteed when there's a shield. So one, we can't be resisted, which is really nice there, especially because if we get resisted by that Tenebria, then we probably lose the fight. So this guarantees we don't get resisted. Plus it gives attack buff to our Iseria, which means the attack buff applies to her bombs, which means her bombs are going to be doing more damage. So here's the skill 3 from the Cigarette. It will strip and push back. If you watch the CR bar, not only do we get the pushback, but we also get a huge boost to our RB and to our Iseria right there. And you can see even though that Tenebria was pretty close to us. Wait. Even though the Tenebria was pretty close to us at the beginning, our Cerise is almost all the way back around and is actually going to go before his Tenebria regardless here. Both bombs landed in that attack. So one landed on Spectre, one landed on FCC. I'm going to use the free burn. The free burn that you get on the Iseria kit means we can use her artifact to put up another bomb. And now we have all 3 units bombed other than the CERN. We can go ahead and detonate these now with her. And here's a check, quick damage check on her. So pretty big damage there. We're going to pause this again really quickly. Oh, man. We'll pause it there. So you can see they were almost dead. We didn't quite one-shot them, but because that's a guaranteed stun, it doesn't really matter. Like, even if we had her on half as much attack as we have, and it does half health, the fact that they're stunned means there is no way back from this. Like, what are they going to do when their entire team is stunned, attack broken, and we're at full health, right? Now, we did proc Raider, which allows us to just kill him here. And this fight's pretty much over because we haven't even used our Cerise skill yet. We can put up invincibility. We have 2 RB lives. Like, there's no chance of us losing at this point. But I thought that was a really good example of just how dominant that team is. Like, you just, even if we didn't kill, we still don't lose. So let's dial this back. I show you the other clip. So here's the draft. Same draft on our side. On their side, however, they have a high-res Ruel, or what I assume would be a high-res Ruel, with the Tenebria and the Zerato. So this time, I didn't want to gamble on the speed. I banned the Tenebria. I leave the Zerato in. And instead of banning the Flan, he decides to ban the AoE damage. So he's like, all right, keep your defense break. You have nobody to nuke me after your defense break. So really, our only damage is the bombs. Because our Iseria, this is a speed O secret, so she basically doesn't do any damage. I decided to go ahead. That's a high effectiveness Cerise. We did the exact same thing as we did last fight. Because he left both strips in, we can go with the stun instead of debuffing the Zerato. Now we can use this to attack buff the Iseria and get the guaranteed pushback. We get that. Here come the bombs. The 2 bombs land on FCC and on Zerato. Now we have a decision to make with her. What do we want to do? We could boost, but we don't really have any normal damage dealers, so I decided to go with the defense break here. We do land the defense break on everyone except for Ruel, and now we have to play around with her bombs. So obviously we know we want to kill Landy. We need to kill Landy. So there's the Landy bomb. We get another turn. If we detonate, that Zerato is going to transfer debuffs back to us, and we really don't want him to bomb 2 of our units. So I decided to try and go for Ruel. Unfortunately, we don't land it. I also don't want to use this skill 3, and we can't team up. If I use the skill 3, Zerato's going to counter, but we don't know what he's going to transfer back. So I just tap her. We know we're faster, so we're going to get a chance. We have attack buff here. So now, because we have attack buff defense break with our Sigrid, you can see how little damage she does. She only gets 12k damage there. But it is enough to get the kill. We hit her. She can AoEs, but we're not really worried about it. She decided not to. I guess to save it. We're going to start just tapping away at her. We already know that she can't move again because she has the bomb. And now we can burn into whatever we want here. We still don't want to hit the Zerato. So we're going to try and land on this Ruel. We land a bomb on her. That's a big one there because now we can potentially lock her down, but we do have to get another stun off on her. We don't want to detonate that Zerato. Unfortunately, we get resisted on the second bomb. And now here's the Zerato transfer, which is he could have transferred there, which I probably would have done. He decided to go with his defense break. because it does more damage. If I were him, I would have done it the other way, because he still has that bomb just sitting there. I basically just burned my S1 there, because she's going to die regardless. Now we come up on the Cerise stun again, and we stun the Ruel. And this is the big turning point here. Let's pause this really quick. Ruel has the stun, plus she has the bomb. So that's essentially a 2-turn stun, because she's going to miss her turn with the bomb, and then the next turn, or sorry, with the stun, and then the next turn the bomb's going to go off, and that's an irresistible stun. So basically, Ruel's got 2-turn stun, which means no heals anytime soon. We can do whatever we want to her. Plus, FCC's already dead, guaranteed. All we have to worry about now is getting enough damage in the next 3 rotations to kill Ruel, and obviously the Zerato. But keep in mind, the Zerato's bomb is going to explode here. I decided to boost up the Iseria. If we can get another bomb on that Ruel, we know she's dead. Unfortunately, her artifact's not maxed, but there goes the explosion on her. Now, Ruel's stun expires, but like we said, we have the bomb on her. The next one's going to go off as soon as she moves. We just tap her. We'll tap her again, and then the Zerato moves. Oh, not yet. One more turn. We don't have to worry about him transferring because that's going to detonate. It detonates for almost 12k damage. He gets one shot. And we could have detonated this, but I kind of wanted to just watch her explode. So she explodes there. And we end up killing Zerato with debuffs there. So all in all, I mean, yeah, I understand she's not usable in every comp, but for the people that are thinking that she's not usable, that's just not true. She's actually quite strong and really scary in the right comps. So don't be afraid to gear her up. I don't have a screenshot handy because this is on stream, so I don't have a screenshot handy to show you the stats. But my Iseria is 230 speed on speed immunity with 600 attack and a little bit of bulk. I did happen to get lucky and get an awakening or an imprint for her, so she's going to be 97 effectiveness. Sometimes there are teams where I wish I had more effectiveness, but for now it's going to have to do. If I happen to get lucky and get some Iseria imprints, then I will definitely imprint her. Because obviously the more effectiveness, the better. I could reduce her attack, but I kind of like that big round 6k attack number. But that's going to be it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope that shone some light on some ways to really use her effectively in RTA. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.